I am making my dream game, and for some reason, I decided to code it in assembly. I don't know why. I genuinely don't. Maybe I like suffering. Maybe my brain woke up one day and said, hey, let's destroy ourselves today. Maybe I just really wanted my computer to look at me and say, you absolute idiot. Game development wasn't hard enough. No. My peanut brain decided to sprint straight past Unity, Godot, Unreal, all the normal tools, and dive headfirst into assembly, like a man willingly swan diving into a volcano. Anyway, the actual idea of the game is this. You play as Lulu. Lulu is dead. Completely dead. Not slightly dead, fully dead. Like the universe has already sent her a confirmation email. She wakes up in this borderline space, this weird in-between kind of world. Not hell, not heaven, not even purgatory in the classical religious sense. More like a quiet, eerie, liminal plane between life and death. The type of place where everything feels faded and dreamlike, like a memory you can't tell is real. Lulu has 12 minutes. Real 12 minutes. As in, if you have 12 minutes of life left in the game, then it's literal 12 minutes passing in real time. When the timer hits 0, that's it. Lulu fades away and the game ends. It is permanent. No second chances, no resets, no retry the level. You just get the time you get. But there are oranges. Yes, oranges. You collect oranges, and for each orange, you get a bonus minute added to your life. Why oranges? I don't know. Oranges are funny. Oranges look bright and hopeful. Oranges feel like some kind of cosmic healing fruit. And honestly, after coding and assembly for 2 weeks, oranges are the only remaining source of joy in my life. The idea is that as Lulu explores this surreal world, she collects memories. Each memory she collects is something she accepts before she finally dies again. The number of memories you gather becomes the emotional ending of your run. The more you find, the more peace Lulu dies with. Imagine Celeste's platforming mixed with Umineko-style emotional storytelling combined with procedurally generated environments that I stitch together with duct tape, caffeine, and the raw determination of someone who refuses to use a normal programming language. Now, let me talk about what I have so far, which is not impressive, but I am proud of it anyway. I have a window, a simple window, a rectangle on the screen. And look, in assembly, that is a miracle. In assembly, a window is basically a boss fight. SDL2 is carrying my entire existence at this point. Inside the window, I draw tiles. I divided the entire world into a 64 by 64 grid. Every tile is controlled by a 2D array. Characters become visual things. A dot is the sky. A hash is the ground. O means an orange. P probably means a platform. J is something I will figure out later when my brain stops pulsating. I set up Lulu's position, velocity, and the rectangle that represents her. Everything is connected. Everything is a variable I manually poke in memory like some kind of digital locksmith. Then comes movement. I set up WASD and space to jump. It took an embarrassing amount of time. In a normal language, checking key input is easy. In assembly, it feels like begging the CPU for mercy. You ask, is W pressed? And the CPU responds by handing you 17 registers and a migraine.
I coded gravity manually. I coded velocity manually. I coded acceleration manually. I coded all of it manually, like some ancient programmer chiseling code onto a stone tablet. Collision detection is the worst thing I have ever experienced. Every tile must be checked for solidity, and if it is solid, Lulu cannot pass through it. Simple idea, nightmare implementation. It works, sort of. Slowly, painfully, like everything in assembly. The camera follows Lulu but cannot go outside the world boundaries. It clamps to the edges. It behaves like a tired parent watching their child climb furniture. Rendering is horrifying. Every frame, I draw all visible tiles. Draw Lulu.
update everything, and pray SDL.RenderPresent doesn't explode. The whole thing feels like performing heart surgery with a plastic spoon. The second version of the engine actually had parallax backgrounds, layers moving at different speeds, a surreal dream landscape. Honestly, it looked beautiful. Completely unnecessary, but beautiful. I don't know why I coded it before basic gameplay, but that's how my brain works. ADHD points at something shiny, and I follow it. Eventually, I will finalize Lulu's art, finish the procedural world, set up a Steam page, and pretend to be a real developer. Then, ADHD will drag me away for a week. Then, I will return at 3 a.m., rewrite everything, and scream into the void. And that's where I am right now, lost in assembly, lost in this project, lost in Lulu's world, and somehow still having fun, even if it feels like my sanity is slowly dissolving.